Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday to you. I hope that you all found moments of rest and renewal and restoration over the weekend. It was beautiful to have a little bit cooler weather, some rain, really a bit of relief. So I hope you all had good weekends. This morning, I'm curious, how many of you have been following the Olympics? Have you been following the Olympics? I haven't done so this time. You know, Typically I would tune in a little bit, but just for whatever reason I've not this time. But I do try to check out the headlines in the news in the morning and see how things are going. And I was just incredibly moved by a moment from the last day. And maybe some of you have seen this. If not, I'm going to put I'll put a little news story in the link because I think it's worth watching if you haven't. But it was in the men's high jump competition where after about 2 hours of competition, the high jumper from Qatar, Mutaz, Essa, Barshim, and the high jumper from Italy, Gianmarco Tamberi, I think is his last name, Tamberi, were tied. They both tied at a very significant level, and they had a choice to make. They had a choice to decide to continue to do a jump off and keep going until somebody beat the other one, or they could take the tie and both win gold. And so very beautifully, they decided to share that gold medal. There's so much to the story that I think is really heartwarming, knowing that the men have competed against each other in the past, that Gianmarco actually had a pretty serious injury that took him out of the last Olympics, and so they could have decided to continue competing against each other, right? Which could have been, again, maybe more hours of grueling competition, physical and emotional and mental strain. Somebody could have even gotten hurt, just trying to continue to push and push and push. And instead, they decided to share that medal. And of course, the two athletes themselves were elated. Their coaches and family were elated. The few people who were in the crowd were elated. And I just think it's a huge testament of the power of lifting one another up. That they had a choice to make in that moment, and they chose to celebrate, to share the joy, to lift each other up, to put their own ego aside just a little bit in order to lift the other person up. And I think Jesus certainly had some things to say about this, and those of us who follow the Christian path and seek to emulate Jesus can learn a lot from the example of these two gentlemen yesterday. So I guess as we start a new week, the challenge that I'm feeling from seeing that clip, and the challenge I'll extend to all of us, is where could you lift somebody else up this week? Where could you maybe take a little bit of a step back so you can help somebody else take a little bit of a step forward? Or just put your ego and your feelings in check a little bit so that somebody else can be centered in a particular moment. Let's see if there are some opportunities to do that this week. It doesn't mean that we don't pay attention to our own feelings or our own needs. That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm simply suggesting is, where can we actually take some type of proactive action, some affirmative action to lift someone else up. It's a beautiful thing to do so, and I hope that you all have a beautiful week. Take good care of yourselves. Stay safe out there with this Delta variant really changing the picture again. Be patient with yourselves, be gentle with yourselves, and have a good week. God bless you all, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.